Something I keep forgetting is cleaning this lens. I remind myself every time I bring it out because I can't see it directly with the hood. Okay, that looks better. Anyway, so I came out and I decided that I'm gonna get this thing mounted. Originally it was gonna be over on the other side of the cabinet here because I was just gonna use it for the chop saw. Then I got to thinking that I should make some sort of dust collection for the belt sander too, because I'll be often using this to sand wood or shape wood, and it'd be nice to be able to collect that dust as well. And the upside is that my switch will work with both if they're both connected to it via a splitter at the same time. So I've got a space right here that I can make it so that this thing fits in here pretty much right up against the belt grinder there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to mount a cleat up here so that the handle can hang right on it. Okay, what I'm looking at now is I got it put up there to try it. That's the beauty of this vacuum, the size of the filter. This filter alone here is about 12 bucks, so pretty good deal, I think. Not pushing the product or anything, believe me, it's just quite impressive with what you can get for 50 bucks. Okay, before I got distracted, I want to get this base off because I don't need it. I'm not putting wheels on the unit, and it looks like it just clips on. Need something to disengage the clips and it should come right off. Got that over there, I don't need it, but I might as well hang on to it just in case I decide to. I won't, but you never know. Never say never is what they say. That looks pretty okay. I just got to get the hose put in there, come up above the belt sander, and it'll just plug right in. What I'll do is I'll make a bracket to hold that up in the corner up there so that it doesn't hang down on the belt sander. So that's up there. I don't like the way this is tilting in like that, so I'm going to maybe put a bracket here. Okay, another idea is to just, I've got to make something, an outlet from the cabinet here, and the best orientation is going to be like this, so that I can just pull it down and then plug it into whatever I have for the belt sander here. So if I make that so that it actually pushes up on the hose, then that will straighten that out. It came with a couple of accessories for, you know, doing the floor or whatever. This, I can slip that in there. That mates in good with that. Except if I put it straight on like that, then it's sticking out a bit too far. So I've got to make some kind of angled bracket here to make those mate up. I've changed my mind again. I was going to put it here, but decided that the better place to draw the dust from, I think, is from the rear of the unit up towards the top. So I'm going to put it in like that. Rather than put a bracket down to the bench, I'm just going to take a stick and put it up here, and that holds that thing straight up and down as long as the handle's centered on that bracket up there. Okay, classic screw up here. This is actually reversed. This is the sucking side. I just plugged it in and tried it. This sucks, that blows. I've got it blowing air into my cabinet, so I've got to turn this around. Alright, I added wings to the sides here. Nothing special, just pieces of 3/4 inch plywood cut to fit and screwed in. I also blocked the old hole that went to my other dust collector. These wings don't impede the saw in any way. It still has its full range of motion that it had before, which is just vertical. I never tipped this saw down on 45 that way. I never used the compound miter function. My experience with these kind of saws is that once you have that perfectly 90 like that, you really don't want to mess with it. In a situation like this, if you're out on a job doing crown molding or whatever like that, it'd be a different story. But here in my workshop, I never need to tilt that, you know, this way or that way. I can make those kind of cuts on the table saw a lot more accurately and a lot easier. It's a lot better than it was before, I can tell you that. With that much cutting continuously with this saw before, I would have had that dust billowing in my face. The fine stuff, the big stuff always falls down, but the fine stuff comes back out. Now with these wings and that, you know, admittedly it could be better dust collection, but I think it's going to work fine for this. It's especially going to work well with the belt grinder when I'm sanding wood. Look, it's like concrete in there. So I use a different method to clean this one. Got my broom handle, the wind is blowing good this way, so